this is Saurav. In this video, we are going to learn how we can create an AI app that can send our email automatically or using the voice command. We can schedule our email also. So if you want to see the demo of this app, so I will give you the link in the description. So watch that video, and that's the second part of our video. Till now we have completed that design, and now let's go to the blog section. What we have done, here you can see we have done like whenever a screen will initialize, then we have to use your that image PNG. We click on button 1. So this will speak like, hello sir, how may I help you? Now go to the design, and let me just hide this one. Okay, like this. And I'm to use your web viewer to display like this. So we need here two extensions. One is speech recognizer and second one is SMTP extension. So let me just open the speech recognizer extension without dialog, extension without Google dialog, this one. Just search here and you will find this extension, and let me go into this, and you will find the AIX file of this one, speech recognizer AIX file. Download it. Go to the MIT App Inventor, click on extension, click on import extension, click on browse, this one, import this. Now we need to download one more extension, and that is called SMTP. So just here SMTP MIT App Inventor extension. I will give you the link of this extension in the description. See, it's free of cost. So let me just download that AIX file. We have to done one setting also in our account. So I will show you. Save this file. Go to the MIT App Inventor, and again we have to import this extension also. Browse this SMTP, import it. Now just drag and drop both extensions like this. Now go to the blog section, and whenever someone say like, hello sir, how may I help you? Okay, now we have to call here a speech recognizer to get the text or get the command from the user. So we will call this here. Now whenever the user says something, so we have to capture a result here. So after getting text, we have to do something like if the result is, suppose, so let me just go to the control and use if else and use logic, and here, and if the result is get result is equal to please send the email. If this equal to please send the email, what you can do here, one more thing, go to the design, and you will use here one more label to display all these result. Okay, sometimes we have the pronunciation issue, so that's why I will prefer this. So this one to remove from here, and this is the label 4. So go to the block. So in the label 4, whatever we say, so this will display in that label 4 in the last. No, in the last, get result. Now after that condition, please send the email. So what we will say, we will use your text to speech option like this, and we say okay sir, to whom you want to send this email. Okay, to whom you want to send this email. We need one email ID here. Okay, so how we can get it? So we will call it again this call text. So what I will do here, whenever this will say like speech, whenever we call here text to speech, so you will find here one component is like click on text to speech. After speaking, it means after speaking, we will call the get text, this one, like this. So we can remove this. So we don't need to call it again and again. Okay, cool. Now we need here, so suppose someone say the else if. Someone say in the result like the codingbuzz@gmail.com. There are a lot of people, they say another email like Saurav or something, Rahul or something, Harry or anyone. So how can I detect that is the email? So what else we will do here? We need to use here one phrase like email ID, or you can say just email ID, one thing, and I'm to use here one condition, control text, and you will find your content this. If just call it here directly, you don't need to do. If text, it means get result contain the email ID text. So we will assume that that is the email ID. So whenever you say your email ID, so make sure you have to use the word like email ID, the codingbuzz@gmail, the email ID @gmail.com, something like that. So make sure you have to use email ID. Then this will recognize as that is the email ID. Now, whenever we know that is the email ID, then we have to use that email ID. We have to save that email ID in our, let me just hide it and make it visible on. We have to use this email ID here in the text box one. So go to the blog and you will text box one dot text and set that text box one dot text value. See, get result. But here we will get the all thing like email ID and the coding was everything. So go to the string here and you will find your replace segment option. Replace segment text, this one. So we will use here. We will use here in the text box. So whatever the result is, we will not segment. We have to use one thing here. Sorry, segment. No, replace all text. This one. Replace all text. Okay. We have to get your result like this here. Just use it here. And segment is like our email ID. This one. So we have to replace email ID with null. It means nothing. This one. And after this, whatever we got, so we have to remove the space from that particular word. So how we can remove it? So you will find one more thing here again, like this, replace all text, this one, and call it here, and then call it this here. And in that segment, make sure you have to use that segment and use one space, like simply just press your space, like add one space that we have added, and replace that add with the nothing, like blank. Make sure this blank, this should be. We have to do one thing here. We have to add here join option to add the @gmail.com, because whenever I say @gmail.com, so Google treat it as like a string, not the symbol. So what I will do, I will add here join. So like this one, join this one, call it here, and we will call it this here, and we just need to add here simply @gmail.com. Cool. Now we have added the email ID. Now after this added the email ID, we will just ask for the subject. So what is the subject for this email? So whenever we call this, so automatically this will call which one? This call speech recognizer. So now after getting the text, we will use one more condition is else if we will say like that the text, if the content get result text is the subject. So whenever you say your subject, so make sure you have to say first subject and then your subject, whatever your subject is. Okay. Now after this, we will save that in that text box too. And here we just need to do nothing. We just need to we can remove that subject letter. Remove this. We will remove the subject from our string and add subject. After this, we will call the text. What is the text for this? What is the text for this email? So in that text, we will see here one thing, like what I will do here. So go to the here else if, just use one more else if here. Let me just do one thing here. See, right click on that and make it collapse block. Make it collapse like this, collapse like this. Now whenever we say whenever we click on that if setting, then add one more else if block, and on that block we will use the condition that if the text contain the hello, because whenever we are writing some email, so we just greeting someone to with hello, it means that's my text. So this will get this as a text. So we will just use here this one. Let's just do it, and we don't need to remove anything here, and we just get the result here like this. Now we have email ID, subject, and then third thing is our full text. Now we have to ask again, like, do you want to add the image? Do you want to add the image? So if I just say yes image, so I'm going to use here one more thing, like one more condition here again. So else if again, else if, and then if this result is contain the yes image, then it's true, then we will call it open gallery. So go to the design. We need here one thing is, first thing is image. Drag and drop it here and make sure this height and width is like in a pixel, like 200, height 200, and here you will find the image picker option in the media, this one. Call it here and just type here like insert image, this one. And yeah, it's actually, we can make it like height is like in some percentage. Let me just try this. Oh no, so automatic, let me just make it, no. So I think we should make it like a fill pattern. You will see the another type of result in the you know, in the desktop, like see the design of that. So background like orange and font bold, insert image. You will see the preview here. Now go to the block. So we have to call this insert image. So you will find an image picker and see image picker open. So this will open your gallery. If you will say yes image or whatever you say, you can suppose you say yes yes image, or you can say the open yes image, something like that. So you can change that text here. So this will open the gallery. Now after opening gallery, we have to choose the image. After choosing the image, you will find image picker. After picking, we will call it. So after picking, we will set that picture image here, like, and in the image picture, make sure this is the selection, image picker dot selection. This should be here. After this, we will use here one thing here. I need one more label here, just this one label, like, and I'm to hide this label. This is just for the purpose of getting the visual of, and this is the label 5, getting the path of that image. So image label path dot text, this one, and we will get the path of image 1 dot image, this one dot image dot picture. It means this one. So this component will return the path of your image. So we have to send that image, right? So this is the path. Now we have four things in that design. Go to the design. We have the subject, we have the email, we have subject, we have text, and you can add your image also. So we have 4 things. Now we have to send it. So first we will code for the email sending, then we will code for the email scheduling. So for email send, we have to call here one thing. If image open, if she will ask you again one thing. See, whenever you image after picking, so she will say something like there, do you want to send this email now or later? So if I say later, so we have to move to another another code, or if say now, so we will use your one thing, like I have to use one more condition again here, simply else if like this, and I'm to use here the if the text is, you can say please send the email now. Okay, so it means we have included the now text. It means now. Then whenever we say the now, so this will send our email. So for that we have to call here SMTP, this one client. You'll see call email send. Now there are a lot of properties. Let me just explain you everything. So you just need to open that extension here, this see, and see there are all things here. You will see protocol is SSL, simple. So we just need to put here SSL. It means we will use here this one text, this one like SSL. Now this is the server. So for this server you will find the example like here. The server is smtp or smtp.gmail.com. So smtp.gmail.com. Port is defining for your email 465. Okay, the port we need to add number. So go to the maths, get number 465. Now we need to put the user and password. Yes, actually the thing is you have to put your username. Username is just a email ID. Okay, username means email ID, and the password is your its password is like your real password actually. So that's why I have created the dummy email for this. So make sure you have to create your own dummy email. So I'm not going to put my password here. So what I will do here, I will just put my user. So email user, you can put anything like the coding bus @gmail.com, and I have to put the password here of my the coding bus email ID. here. So make sure don't use your real email ID. I don't think we should add our password here. So I think make sure create another fake email ID and use their password here. One more thing we have to do here. A lot of people will not they will get the error of authentication. So let me just show you. Open new tab, access to third party app not secure, something like that you have to type, and you'll find a less secure app, your Google account. Click on that. I will give you the link of this, so click on that and make sure your email ID should not be a two authentication, like see they have some. Let me just show you, less secure app access. Click on that and you'll find one thing here. See, the setting is not available for account with two-step verification. So if suppose you have created your newly account, so I don't think you have a two-step verification. So this account is I have two-step verification, so no one can log in. If someone know my password, so still they have to use the OTP and they have to verify by me. Okay, so I have another account that is not the two-step verification. See, this is the less secure app access. So whenever you open that thing, like whenever you click on the learn more here, so this will redirect you to here, less secure app. So by default this is look like this, off. So this will not allow your email ID to send the email. So make sure you have to allow this, like see, do this. So how you can do that? Simply just type here. First thing is allow the less secure app. See, you have to search here, allow access third party. Go to that link, less secure. Then you have to check is on or not, and you will see here the less secure app access. Go to here, and whenever you redirect here, you will see that. So you need to click on learn more. So whenever you click on it, you will redirect here. So you have to turn on this to send email from your email ID. This is the necessary part. So now let's go to the next part. So now you have to put password and email ID. Now so you have to put your name. So suppose let me just put the coding bus like this. Now we have to send an email to someone. So we will use here the thing is text box one.text because we have added our email ID here. Now the problem is we can't add this text box here directly. So we will use your list, and you will find your make a list, this one, and add this here and remove another item from here. If you want to send this same email with a lot more people, so you can make a list of that email ID. So suppose you have a list of around 100 people, so you can make a list and you can send this one email to 100 people. See here, you will find the almost thing like here. See here we need to add empty list. So just here I'm to add the empty list and I'm to remove this. So sorry, I have to make this list like empty list, this one, and because I'm not to add anyone to here, but the subject is our text box 2.text. So you will find this one, and the body is our text box 3.text, and the HTML is false, and the attachment, this is the attachment for our image. So what is the image? Image is just like, see, you will find create empty list. So we have to create a list. So simply you have to make a list, this one option, and instead of text box 1 you need to use your label. You can see we getting the image path in the label 5 text. It means we have to use here label 5.text here. Correct? Now we can send our email to anyone. Okay, now we have to do a lot more things. Okay, so we have to, another thing is we have to schedule our email. So how we can schedule our email? So whenever someone says suppose letter, so okay, we have to add another like else if, again like see, it's too long I think. Yeah, so if the condition is if the someone content the text is like letter, so sometime you will find letter. So what we will do, we will set the time. So whenever someone say letter, so what we will do, we will just use your one text to speak, and let's say at what time you want to send your email, or you say after time, like let's say at what time you want to send this email, like this. So I will say suppose the 50 seconds. So I have to use one more else if, like is else if, again else if, else if, and if someone contain the seconds. Actually, I'm using here seconds. I'm not using here timer. You can use your time picker also to do that. Okay. So suppose I'm using here second. So if I just say suppose 100 seconds or 20 seconds, so this will get the seconds and this will do according to that. Now I need to remove that second. So go to the design. You will find that is the seconds. It means label 1. So go to the block. So in the label 1. So where is label 1? Label 1 is my label 1 is this. So label 1 dot text is our result, but we have to remove our text. So go to the text and you will find here replace all. From that get result, this one, and that we have to remove the seconds from, and we will replace second with nothing. 0. Cool. So this will allow that the seconds. So suppose I say 50 seconds. So this will text is 50. Now we have to minimize that, like, or you can say the subtract that value. So how we can do that? We have to use timer for that. So you will see the sensor, go to the clock, drag and drop this. Make sure this is the disable for the initial. Disable this. Go to the block and you'll find your component clock and timer, and here we just need to use here like label 1 dot text. So label set label 1 dot text and with the subtract value of the current value of label 1 dot text. So label 1 dot text, the current value is suppose 50, and we're going to subtract this minus or subtract this with one value like this. Okay, now this will value is like going to the 1 or 0. So in that condition, if this label value is 0, okay, if the label text 1 value is 0, then I'm going to send that email. So I'm going to use here one procedure for that, like simple procedure like send email, because I have to use again that one part here again. So I'm going to make a procedure for that, simply this one. On that procedure, I'm going to call this procedure here instead of this whole block. So I'm going to delete this block and use simple procedure send email, this one. And I'm to use here again for this block also like send email. So we will send our email after we got the 0, but I'm to disable this timer, but I have to enable this timer also. So how we can enable, let me just show you. Wait a second, let me just disable this timer. If the timer is fine 0, how can I enable? So whenever I say letter, so you will find the code here, this one. Whenever I say letter, so whenever I say 50 seconds, so whenever I set 50 seconds, at that time we will enable that timer. It means clock, or just say true. Just type true. Cool. So that is the code for sending your email and scheduling your email. Okay, now this is fine for email sending. Now we have to do, I think, some basic codes for, like, go to the design. So whenever someone click on that manual button, so we have to code like whenever someone click on call ID, so we are working on that. Whenever someone click on manual button, so we have to display this one. It means vertical arrangement 1, and we have to hide this web viewer. So go to the block. So what is the button name for this? Button 2. So go to the block. Whenever someone click on button 2, it means this one. Okay, actually I am going to do this for this. Okay, so it's look code fine. Yeah, I will give you the AIA file of this, don't worry. So button 2 dot click, whenever I click on button 2 dot click, so I have to hide this web viewer, set web viewer dot visual to the false, and I have to make like another one. It means vertical arrangement should be on, it should be true, like this. Okay, now again we have to do one. Whenever I click on the avatar button, it means button 3. So I have to do the repeated thing like true to make web viewer and make sure this is false. So we have done code for all these 3 buttons. We have code for the web viewer, that counter, we are sending the email. Let me just hide this one also. See, where is vertical arrangement? This one. See here, I have the status and display error. This is important. So you will get to know like what's my email status. So whenever status is like, what is the level 2 and that is the level 3. So whenever click on that SMTP client, you will find here whenever we got the error, whenever we got the result, first is got result. So in the level 3, I'm sure, yes, level 2. So whenever level 2 dot text, this one. So whenever it is successful or not, doesn't matter, this will display true and false. If it's successful email you sent, then this will say true, otherwise this will say false. And the another condition like same for another thing, like if this is the false, suppose, then this will display some error. So we should know that what the error is, like sometimes authentication error, sometimes the image issue, sometimes there are a lot of issues sometimes whenever you're working up. So we will display the error. That is the amazing block. So these two things. We need to add one button here like this. So we can add that button as a manual button like send button, send email like that. You can redesign that button and font code, go to the block, and on that button click, it means button 4, that one. So on that button click, we will call that send email procedure. So you will find procedure here and this one. Simple. Make sure you have to put your own email ID and password where here, like this, username and password. And what I have done here, I'll already show you that you have to do access. You have to allow this one on to make sure to run this app. So if you have some doubt, you can ask me on comment, and that's the overall app. If you need AIA file of this app, so I will give you the AIA file in my The Coding Bus app. You can download the AIA file from there. And if you need some help, any help, just comment on the video. I'll try my best to solve your problem. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, like this video and share this video. Have a nice day. Be safe. Bye bye.